Spending 100 days in a Minecraft world. It's an idea that is entirely original. Nobody has ever done it before on this entire platform. I am the first one. No, but I did this recently in hardcore Minecraft, so if you'd like to see me do that, I'll put a link to that video in the description down below. Today's video is going to be me doing the same thing in regular Minecraft. No hardcore, I could die, I can respawn, we're all good, we're chilling. But if you do end up enjoying this video, a like would be greatly appreciated. This video did take quite a bit of time, as every 100 days video does. They do take some time to edit and to like actually play and all that good stuff. And maybe if you enjoy the content, you can consider hitting that subscribe button as well. But without further ado, let's hop directly into the first day. So day one, right? It's very basic Minecraft stuff. You guys all know how day one in Minecraft goes. You punch a tree, you get your stone, you make all your tools, you do all that good stuff. But we did spawn next to a village, which is actually really fortunate. I looted everything from that original village, and then we found another village. I then slept in that second village, and then we awoke, mined a bit of iron, did all that good stuff, smelted some stuff, you know, the basic Minecraft stuff. We're still very early, of course. Then I continued exploring because I didn't exactly find where I wanted to build my house just yet. We found another village, and I was able to get iron armor from the armor stands, which was very fortunate, and then I spent the night in that village. Day 3 was a good one. I still have not found where I wanted to build my house, so we continued exploring, tamed some horses, and then we eventually settled upon an area, a plot of land, where I was going to construct the starter house. Day 4, I wanted to get some farms done early, because I always enchant, like, way too late. Every time I do anything in Minecraft, I feel like I want to enchant really early. I make like an early farm and then I just completely forget about it. But regardless, we made a farm here, bred some cows, did all that good stuff. Then I just gathered materials for the house, mainly wood, because that was what the starter house was going to be out of. On day 5, I continued gathering materials, mainly wood, once again, just to make sure I had enough for the house. And then I constructed a sheep pen, but I didn't put any sheep in it right away. I just had the area there for when I wanted to get some sheep. And then day 6, once again, it was spent just grinding out and gathering materials. I gathered a lot of wood in these first couple of days. I just didn't want to have to go back and get any when I was constructing the house. And then we ended that day by starting a layout for the entire house. So I worked on this house for a good while, and it wasn't until like through day 10 that we got a complete structure kind of done. And then after that, we're just decorating some stuff. But this house was made completely just like off the dome. I didn't do anything in a creative world first. I typically like to do that, and I do end up doing that for another build in this video. But, you know, I think this one turned out pretty well for a little starter house. We have a nice back room with a bunch of storage, a bunch of chests. That's enough storage for this entire video. I'm sure I will have to eventually expand that if I do decide to go more than 100 days, which I probably will. But I'll probably have to have like a complete storage building at some point in the future. But for now, it was good enough. And then we're just going to skip here straight to day 11 because that's when I add something else to the house. We added chimney, and I think this chimney actually looks really solid. Typically, I'm really bad at like making chimneys look proportional to the house. I don't know, I just don't ever think I do a pretty good job with that, but this time I think I actually did a really solid job with this chimney, and that's where like the smoker, the blast furnace, and all that stuff is gonna go, so it is rather functional. Alright, then on day 12, we just worked on the exterior of the house, added some hay bales, added some trap doors, added some barrels, did all that fun stuff, added some flower pots as well, just basic exterior decoration, but it did last like the entire day. Day 13, then, after I was finished building the house, I figured the next thing to do was to mine, so I kind of spent the entire day looking for a mine, got some coal, got some iron, got all that good stuff. Also found some sugarcane along the way just to start a sugarcane farm. So it was just like a bit of exploring a bit more of the area around the house. Day 14 was much of the same, kind of just continued exploring around looking for a big cave. I didn't really find anything too massive, found this small little cave where I got some coal and some iron from, and then I made it a point to write into my notes that I slept next to a chicken. So, you know, that has to be of massive importance, if it was enough for me to put into my notes. And then on day 15, we finally found the cave I was looking for. We found a massive cave. I did nearly die, which is unfortunate. Glad I didn't die, because that would have really sucked. But yeah, we found this huge cave, went around for a while, just continued mining all over the place. It's a bunch of stuff you probably don't want to see. You know, killed a bunch of mobs, got a lot of the necessary minerals from early on. And then this expedition led into day 16, where we found a mine shaft, which is interesting. Didn't want to go anywhere near that right away, though. Mine shafts terrify me. I hate them. I'm not good at, like, combat in this game. So those little cave spiders suck ass. I hate those guys so much. And then we got our first ender pearl, which is big. Of course, ender pearls, super, super important. Found the first diamonds. This was a good day. Okay, we got our diamonds. And then I made my first diamond pickaxe. And then finally, we ended the day resurfacing so we could head back home. Interestingly enough, we found another spruce village on the way home. Yoinked all of those trapdoors, one of my favorite blocks in this entire game. I do this quite frequently. Every time I find a spruce village, I usually take the trapdoors. And then day 18 was kind of boring. We just made it home, and then I spent the entire rest of the day just clearing out an area for a farm. Day 19, then we finished like the plot of land for the farm. Like I had all the stuff planted that I was going to need. And then we just started working on a wall around the farm just so nothing trampled the crops. I just went with this cobblestone wall and stripped wood kind of design. I think it looks pretty nice. It's pretty random, and I think I like that more than just like perfectly symmetrical farms. I think it looks a lot better this way. And then I also add some like stone brick at some point near the end just to break up all the cobblestone. The farm was then finished on day 20, and I think it's looking pretty snazzy. We then bred the cows, we got a sheep, and then we started working on this small deck at the back of the house, and I think the final deck looks pretty good. It's like a nice little addition to the back of the house. That's just where I'm going to keep my boat all the time whenever I have to go and collect more materials or something. Day 21, I started on like a new build. We just cleared out an area for the mine. Now, typically with mines, I kind of just like dig down the side of like a mountain or something like that, and I wanted to make this one actually look pretty good, so I decided to dig out like an area inside of a mountain and then build a building kind of like on the front part of that mountain face. Now this continued until day 23, so day 22 and day 23 were spent just working on this building, and I think it actually turned out really well. We did this nice design on the outside. I've seen a bunch of people do this before, where you put like oak logs and then a campfire that isn't lit next to it, and it looks like it's just like a small collection of wood. I really like what that looks like. It doesn't make too much sense on the outside of a mine, but I think it looks really nice just in general. So yeah, we finished that building on day 23, did a little bit of interior decoration, and then on day 24 we actually started digging down. So the idea for this mine is one chute is just going to fall down to like a 1 block of water, so I can just jump down immediately. The next chute will eventually be a water elevator, but for now I just had to use ladders. I was watching Flip's hardcore Minecraft series at the time, and I still am currently, but he did something like this in his world, and I've seen other people do things similar, and I always liked that idea. I just never really implemented it myself, but I decided to do it here. Now we eventually arrived at level 11. That's where I like to start my strip mines. I don't know, that's where I've always had the most luck, I guess. And then we made 2 mine entrances. Now these are completely extra, and they are not as efficient as they could possibly be, but I think they look really nice, and I'm not necessarily going for efficiency. I don't really care about how many diamonds I can get as quickly as possible. I kind of just want the world to look nice. So we went with these mine entrances. I think they look really cool. Then all of day 25 was spent mining, and it was very, very uneventful. I wrote in my notes that I found gold, iron, redstone, and coal. So no diamonds. It was not even worth showing. On day 26 then, we just continued in the mine, and I got really close to dying in a mine shaft. This is why I hate mine shafts. They suck so much. Those spiders are the worst. They just suck a lot. Okay, so we got really close to dying. Very gratefully, we did not die. And then we finally found some diamonds for our struggles. Okay, it took me a little while to find some diamonds, but you know, we got there in the end. It's all good. I also just mined them because I didn't want to wait until I got fortune, because that might have taken a while. Might have forgotten where these diamonds were, so I just decided to go ahead and get them anyway. On day 27, we just resurfaced. It took me a little while to actually go ahead and do that because I was pretty deep in the cave. Killed some cows, made some bookshelves. We're just making our way to enchanting. And speaking of that, on day 28, I knew I had an obsidian pool at some point on the surface because I remember extinguishing a lot of lava with a water bucket. So I found that and mined 14 obsidian. It took me a little while to find that as well, so that was pretty much that entire day. Now, day 29 was incredibly fortunate, right? So a few of you guys commented about my enchantment luck on my hardcore one. Look at this, dude. The first pickaxe was perfect. The literal first enchantment I had on this entire world was absolutely perfect. It was fortune 3, efficiency 4, unbreaking 3. Literally, you don't need much more than that. Literally just mending and then maybe like efficiency 5, and that is the best pickaxe you can possibly get. The luck didn't stop there as well. I was able to get a good sword too, knockback 2, sharpness 4, and unbreaking 3. Of course, I would have loved looting, but that's still a really good first sword to get. I forgot to mention this before, but I actually found a skeleton spawner when I was digging down to make the mine, and I just decided to get some mossy cobblestone at the end of this day because I knew I was going to need it for a future build. Actually, not even that far in the future. It's a very near future build, and this kind of bleeds into the next day as well. So on day 30, I got a lot of vines. That was pretty much the entire thing I did. I also caught a fish in a bucket, which is really nice. And then we just used these vines to make some mossy stone brick. On the following day, I did some more mining, and I found some more diamonds, but 2 diamonds gave me 7. That was really good luck from those 2 diamonds. I also enchanted another pickaxe and got a really solid just mining pickaxe because I didn't want to use the fortune pickaxe that much when I was mining. I continued to mine out a little bit more. I needed cobblestone for this build, so I figured why not, I used this phrase last time, why not get 2 birds stoned at once? and go ahead and get some cobblestone while I mined. On this day, I found some more diamonds. I found 10 more diamonds. I also found a zombie spawner, which is sick, but I never actually end up using it because I'm dumb. But then I also wrote in my notes that a skeleton hit the craziest shot ever. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Yeah, that was pretty dope, dude. Man just hit a suicide shot on me. He's like a crane shot on high rise or something. That was pretty sick. Get this man in phase. And then the day after that, we harvested wood. The whole day. It was very boring. We chopped down some trees. It's a good one. Now, this is where the next build begins. Okay? Days 34 to 41. This one took me a very long time. A week's worth of Minecraft days, pretty much. Just went to getting this entire building completed. Alright, so I wanted to build a tower. A wizard tower of sorts for my enchanting room. I never make that unique of a building for my enchantment room. I know like a wizard tower isn't super unique, but like typically I'll just make a regular looking building and just throw it somewhere in there. But for this one, I wanted it to have a lot more personality. This is why we need all of that mossy stone, all of that mossy stone brick and all that good stuff. And this is a building I created in a creative world first because I have never done this before. I looked up a couple like videos and like pictures and stuff to get some inspiration, and I think what I made looks pretty good. I think it looks real nice. This was a bitch and a half though to make in not a creative world. It was really, really annoying, but I think it looks really good. Now, this is probably the building I'm most proud of in this entire video, like total. Not even just so far, just in this whole video. This is probably the thing I'm the most proud of because this took a long time and it was really satisfying to actually finish this. So I made like a nice grand entrance to it, put these two like rocks on the side of it to kind of cover the entrance a little bit. I think it looks real nice. And then also I kind of worked on the interior. I didn't leave it completely barren on the inside. So like the second floor is going to be used for like brewing potions and stuff like that. We get there at some point in the future. And then I just, you know, added some leaves, added some barrels, added all that good stuff to that side. And then also this just looks really sick as well, just like from the house. It like adds a lot of character, I think, to the area. So yeah, I'm really proud of this. Let me know in the comments if you guys like this building, because I think it looks sick. Even if you don't like it, say it looks sick, please, because I spent a lot of time on it. Don't be too mean. Now, the next few days turned out not to really be, like, important at all. I explored because I wanted to find some villages to get, you know, villager trading, all that good stuff. So, on 42, I set out to try to find a village. I found a baby turtle, which is amazing, probably better than a village, in my opinion. And then we also found a village, eventually. And then on day 43, we trapped a villager, and I started trying to take him back, but then I realized this was going to take forever. And I decided just to leave him where he was. And I just never came back for him. I wonder how he's doing. I don't know. I haven't checked up on him since, and this was recorded a while ago. I know he's still alive, but he's probably very hungry. Maybe in my next 100 days, I'll finally go check up on him again. Now, day 44 isn't a day I really want to talk about, but we got to. I made another portal. We put it in this little makeshift cave I made. I kept meaning to like decorate this cave a lot more. I just kind of never did, honestly. And then in the Nether, there's like the #1 rule of Minecraft. Not even just in the Nether. The #1 rule of Minecraft is don't mine straight down. So let's go ahead and see what happens when I mined a shroom light straight down. This is pain. That's it. Just a lot of that pain. That's where this world would have ended if this was hardcore. But very thankfully, it is not hardcore. And I slept immediately. And then on day 45, after contemplating my own existence, we decided just to clear out another area for a farm because I didn't want to do anything hard because I just died, and that's very sad. I started working on the wall for that farm as well. It's going to be the same exact style as the other farm. This one was just going to be used for potatoes. This bleeds into day 46, where we finish the entire farm. Well, actually, part of the farm. Alright, I didn't put anything on the top layer for a little while. I kind of just forgot about it, if I'm being completely real, but I eventually do finish that farm. But I think it looks nice. It adds to the aesthetic of the area pretty well, in my opinion. Dude, my mining luck on this has been horrible. Day 47, we mined the entire day. Didn't find anything interesting, just a bunch of very ordinary stuff. It sucked. I sounded really angry there, I feel like. I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. Like, it could have been much worse. I didn't mean to sound that aggressive. But then on day 48, the luck kind of turned around, like, almost immediately then. Because we found more diamonds. And 8 diamonds gave me, wait for it, 26! That's absurd. That's more than 3 per thing. That's nuts. We got 26 diamonds from 8. That's actually unbelievable. I don't know why my fortune luck was so good, but, like, my regular mining luck was so poor. Then on the next bunch of days, we worked on a new building. I keep saying we, it's just me. You know how it goes. I worked on a new building. This was going to be my villager, like, trading hall, trading hut. You know, you need one of those at some point. If you want to make it above ground or underground, it doesn't matter. They're very important for Minecraft. I think this one turned out pretty nice. It's like kind of similar-ish to the one I made on my hardcore world. It looks a little bit different. Like the second floor is a bit bigger, and I also put like a little window in the second floor. That's not really accessible, but I think it looks really cool. Now, most of the building was done on day 54, and then also on this day, I got raided by the stupidest raiders I've ever seen. I don't know how they managed to do this, but they got completely stuck in a bush, like in a leaf. Don't know how that happens, but it was the easiest kills of my entire life. Day 55 was spent just looking for a village again. I really needed villagers. That's what that entire building is for some villagers. So I sent out, tried to find some villagers, and didn't really get that lucky. Day 56 as well, looked the entire day on day 56, and still found nothing. It wasn't until day 57 that I found a village, and it was really far away. Now, this is a public service announcement to always take a screenshot of the villages you find along the way, because you don't know how hard it's going to be to find one when you actually need one. The first like 3 days of this video, if you remember, I found like 3 villages, something like that. Could not find another one of those for the life of me. So we just continued exploring, found one on day 57. It was very far away, but I did bring enough obsidian to make a nether portal. Okay, this is going to be important because on day 58, I made the portal in the village, and I made a staircase going all the way up to the ceiling. Now, I didn't like do the little ender pearl glitch thing to get on top of it, because ender pearls are like really important to me in this playthrough at the moment, and want to waste one just doing that. So we ended up moving the portal up top. It linked up like kind of well, not exactly perfectly, but it's honestly fine. Now, day 59 was kind of a sad one, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But we got a villager. Right, I boated him across the river, but like above it, you know, love how that works. And we got him situated to go into the nether portal. But when I did that, a pig also got in the boat. And when I tried to break the boat, Piggy died. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this, right? I did not mean to kill this pig. It was a very unfortunate string of events. He just shouldn't have gotten the boat, but you know, it happens. I keep his like meat the entire time. I keep it in one of these chests for the rest of this video, just in honor of that pig. I meant to put an item frame up of it, but I kind of forgot to. My diamond pickaxe broke at some point, so all of day 60 was just spent tunneling back to my nether portal, because I needed to get more diamonds in order to make another pickaxe, just to make this go a lot smoother. So eventually I got back to my nether portal, got a new pickaxe, and then on day 61 we captured another villager. So this was going a lot more smooth than I expected it to go, because usually villagers are the absolute worst. That was actually day 62 that I got the other villager in the nether, but then also on this day we ended up making a rail path from the nether portal to the hut that I made in order to, you know, capture them properly. Now, day 63 was definitely an unfortunate one as well. So we finished the railway path all the way down to the nether portal, and then I went into the nether in order to get the villager, of course, out of the nether. That's, you know, kind of how this thing works. I don't know why I'm dumb, but anyway, we got him out, we transported him over, and we got him all safe and sound in that building. It worked out pretty well. But then when I went back into the nether to get the second villager, a piglin got in the boat. I tried to break the boat to kill the piglin, and he got me first. He killed me. I'm bad at this game if you haven't figured that out yet. So day 64, I went back, got all my shit, and then we transported over the second villager. So we got both of the villagers in the villager hut, and I only died once. So honestly, it could have been much worse. The following day then, after I bred the villagers, I spent the entire day getting one downstairs, and at some point I accidentally hit them. I am very unfortunate in this world. Is it unfortunate, or is it just being bad at the game? Most likely the latter, but regardless, we got him trapped, and he didn't stay mad at me for that long. I then bred the villagers one more time, and got another one downstairs. This was an annoying little process. I'm so bad at doing this, but this is where my luck is like weird again. Like, I don't know why this stuff keeps happening to me in this video, but I got mending first try. So like, we got the god pickaxe first try, we got mending first try, my diamond like fortune luck has been really good, but then my luck everywhere else has been really bad. I keep hitting villagers by accident, I can't find diamonds that frequently. This is really weird, but whatever. I mean, I guess I'll take it. Mending first try is always fantastic. Day 67 was spent designing stuff. Like, I just worked on the outside of the villager hut. I think it looked pretty good. There was one specific flower bed I forgot to put an extra trapdoor on. I kept seeing it every time I ran by it. but I literally just kept forgetting to put a trapdoor on. I don't know why I kept doing that. But then we also kind of worked on more of the path going between all the areas here. Now I continued working on the path on day 68 as well, and I think this is one of the best paths I've ever made. I think it looks pretty nice. Now I'm just using regular path blocks the whole time, but then like the outside of it, like the boundary of it, I think the fences and the leaves look nice together. Also on this day though, I put a mending book on my pickaxe and I named it Pickle's Cage. Thought it was a good one. Thought it's hilarious, right? And then I also finally upgraded to diamond armor. I don't know why it took me this long, but it did. Deal with it. Day 69 or day nice, whatever you want to say. It was very just uneventful. Sadly, I just explored in the Nether. Found nothing. This is another example of the unfortunateness of this world. You will see, this Nether sucks. I can't find anything in this Nether. It takes me a long time to do anything important in this dimension. It was ass. But then day 70, I tried to like improve my Nether luck and try to get like a different biome by making some portals in my strip mine. I figured I was far enough away that I would probably end up in a different biome, and I just never did. Just kept coming back in the Crimson Forest. It was horrible. I then started just running away from the house. Instead of being in the strip mine, I just like picked a direction and just booked it. Just went really far. I built another Nether portal then at the end of day 70 into day 71 and was still in the Crimson Forest. That was a different direction from the direction I went in the strip mine as well. I don't know how this happens, but this day wasn't all bad. Right? One of my other attempts to go back into the Nether in order to, you know, find a different biome or whatever, I found this piglin fighting this hoglin. And I don't know what was going on. The piglin was doing some weird ritual afterwards. It was just grooving. I don't know what it was doing. If that's like a typical thing that piglins do, but I was kind of vibing with them. Day 72, just looked in the Nether, nothing happened, just made it all the way back home. Just a waste of a couple days, really. Then I just had the idea to go get some kelp to finally do this water elevator for my mine. And I kind of forgot how far I am away from an ocean. It took me all day going in the direction of an ocean in order to like find one. Then on day 74, we got to the ocean. We got some kelp. It was all good. The water elevator was then finished on day 75. They're very easy to make. So, I mean, if you really want to know how to make one, just like look up a tutorial. That's what I did. And they're very simple to make, but you need soul sand for them. So this means that I did find another biome at some point. I didn't remember exactly when that happened. I didn't write it in my notes either, but I did find another biome, but still just nothing was good in the biome. It was just a random Nether biome, no fortress or anything useful like that. I realized that my diamond supply was fairly low, so I just decided to start mining on day 75 as well, and that bled into day 76, where we just continued in some caves. This was also kind of an attempt to make another Nether portal really far away. So I did that, and it turns out this one linked up to my Nether portal, right? So that's just strange in and of itself. I guess I somehow looped all the way back around again without even knowing. But also, I put a chest before this Nether portal just to store all my good stuff, like my good pickaxe and all that stuff, because I don't want to lose it in the Nether. But it linked up with my original Nether portal, right? So when I took the Nether portal back into the overworld, I spawned at my Nether portal. So there's an issue. All my shit was still by the other Nether portal that I just made. I didn't go through the cave in order to get my shit back, because that would have taken way too long. I don't remember exactly where I went. So what I did, I destroyed my original Nether portal, made a new one kind of far away so it wouldn't link up with the one currently in the Nether. When I got into the Nether, went up to my Nether portal, took that, spawned in the cave, right? Got all my shit, and then made it home. It took a long time. That was very annoying. But that night wasn't too bad. I got a zombie villager. One of the zombies from the surrounding area attacked one of my villagers. So that was pretty sick. That was actually really nice. And then day 78, we needed to go back to the Nether again. I really needed to find a fortress. Now that we also had a zombie villager, needed the fortress so I can get some blaze rods to start brewing, because in order to, you know, purify the villager, you need to brew. But at some point in this day, I got returned to sender, you know, one of the better, most satisfying challenges to get, or achievements to get, or whatever. And this went into day 79. Literally in my notes, all I wrote was in Nether. That's how much happened. Literally nothing. I just mined like quartz and all that stuff and just kept going. Found some like different biomes, but still nothing useful. I had a lot of levels on me at the end of that day, so on the following day, on day 80, I just made it back home. Wanted to do some enchanting. I was really excited to enchant a sword because I had looting 3 guaranteed on it, but it was a terrible sword. Looting 3, Bane of Arthropods 4. That kind of sucks. But we did then enchant a chest piece. I actually got a really solid chest piece. Prot 4, Unbreaking 3. Can't really ask for that much more on that one. Then we also enchanted some boots. Potentially getting some feather falling, but we got Prot 3, Unbreaking 3, so it wasn't that bad either. And then we just spent the rest of the day farming. Now, day 81 and 82, right? Another build. Smaller build, but definitely a necessary one that took me way too long to actually do. We built a horse stable. I don't know why it took me this long. I've had this horse for like 78 days or whatever at this point, and I finally am now building him a stable. I'm sorry, horse. I didn't mean to neglect you this whole time. I was very indecisive with what this looked like, so this is why it actually took 2 days. It definitely did not need to, but we got something I was like at least comfortable with. I don't think it looks that good, but it's not awful. It could have been a lot worse, I'll say that much. Day 83 was a massive day. Okay, I've been in the Nether so many times looking for a fortress, and on day 83, I finally found a fortress. It took so long to actually do this, but we're there. We got there, and of course, on day 83, I decided to go into the fortress and actually get all the shit I needed, because I'm not coming all the way back here again without getting the stuff I need. But I did stay in the Nether fortress until day 84, and then on day 84, I got all the blaze rods I needed. I got a good number of them. Didn't want to like overstay my welcome, because if I died there, I would have been livid. I probably could have made my way back, but it sucks trying to get back to your stuff in the Nether, because you can die a lot in the Nether. It's really bad. But then surprisingly enough, I started like mining my way back to my portal just to make it like really safe and easy to actually get to this Nether fortress in the future. I found a piece of ancient debris. Just chilling. It was only one piece, but I mean, I'll take it. It was the easiest piece of ancient debris I'm ever going to get. On day 85, then I finally like returned back home, and since we finally found another fortress, I could make all the stuff I needed to cure that villager. But this is where my unluckiness, not even unluckiness, my ineptitude comes back to bite me again, because I was trying to get the other villager infected. Okay, I was greedy. I wanted to get my other villager infected. In the process, the zombie villager burned to death. It is so painful that that happened. I'm very upset at myself for that one. I'm just not a smart person. Okay, that's just all you need to know. Then I spent the entire night trying to get my other villager infected. It didn't work. I don't know why it's not working exactly. Maybe I'm like too close to the zombies or something, but I have like a little window. I broke the glass on the window, and I was letting the zombies like try to hit the villagers, and they just never were. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's probably something pretty obvious, but whatever. Day 86, all I have written in my notes is that I did villager stuff. This probably means just like getting more villagers and like breeding them and all that good stuff, so nothing super eventful happened. Then at night though, it's been a couple days since I've slept, so some phantoms came to greet me. One of the worst mobs in the game. They suck so much, but you know, they're pretty useful, I guess. Like their membranes are really useful for like potions and stuff like that, so made sure to kill all them, get all the membranes I could, and I kept trying to get my villagers infected, and it just was not working. Alright, then day 87. I wanted to get infinity. Right? I enchanted a bow recently, didn't get infinity on it. I really wanted infinity, but my stupid ass, don't know how I did this. I killed the villager. I looked him straight in the face and just hit him with an axe. This was not on purpose. It might look very much on purpose, but it definitely was not. I just think I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have. I thought I was mining the lectern, but I just smacked him. Just completely destroyed my mans, okay? Didn't mean to do that. This sucks for many reasons. One, I just killed a villager, and then I trapped down here. Spent some time trapping him. That's just time wasted. Two, the other villager was mad at me, and he didn't want to trade that well. This was really annoying. I'm just dumb. Then all of day 88, after I got another villager, like the end of day 87, all of day 88 was spent just trying to get infinity. This took really long. I eventually at one point even looked up if it was even possible to get infinity, because I wasn't convinced since I didn't see anything about it yet. I also decided to brew some slow falling potions. Figured that would be really useful in the end fight. I've never actually used one before, but I know they're incredibly useful because you get launched by the Ender Dragon a lot. Like very frequently. And then on day 90, just got everything prepared to go look for the end portal. Go look for the stronghold. I put infinity on my bow, and then I headed out. We started the journey to look for the stronghold. Found the spot where the stronghold was at the end of the night, so I just slept exactly there. And then on day 91, we mined straight down and found the stronghold. And this was one of those really bad strongholds that was like split by a ravine. These suck so much. They're very annoying to try to traverse through. Found some diamonds on day 91, like in one of the chests, which was nice. But we also found, I wrote in my notes, 39 creepers. I don't think it was actually 39, but my lord, there were a lot of creepers in this stronghold. I don't know why there were so many. But then, near the end of that night, we found the portal room. Then on day 92, we hopped in that bitch, and we started fighting the Ender Dragon. It was a pretty standard fight. Nothing crazy happened. I did almost die, I think, at one point. But, you know, the slow falling potions made it really easy. I could just like kind of pillar up on the sides, shoot down all the regeneration like orbs, whatever they're called. It actually took like a little bit longer, but I'm still pretty new to like fighting the Ender Dragon on my own. I've only done it like twice now, I think. So, you know, we're getting better. I think this was better than the hardcore fight. The hardcore fight also took like way too carefully, but regardless, when I was trying to get the experience, I just hopped right into the portal by accident, which was funny. But then I had to hop straight back in, got all the experience, got the egg, did all that fun stuff, got all my stuff out of the chest that I put next to the bed in the stronghold. Then we slept there once again and started heading back on day 93. When we got home, I made it a point to enchant my first ever pickaxe. I did this again. I did this in the hardcore 100 days as well. I kept my first ever wooden pickaxe, and this was the first thing I enchanted. Just wanted to do that because it's funny. Named it day numero uno, obviously. It's a pretty bad pickaxe. It only has fortune 2 on it out of a level 30 enchant. That's all it has. It was pretty stupid, but it's okay. Then I enchanted a bunch of other things. So I have a list here of everything that I got. So I got Prot 4, Unbreaking 3 on my helmet. Always useful. Got another perfect pickaxe with, you know, a Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4. It's good to have a backup in case, like, I fall in lava with my other one. I've already fallen in lava once, so it's definitely bound to happen again. Got a Solid Axe, Silk Touch, and Efficiency 4. Just needs Unbreaking, and then it's pretty much perfect. And then I got a God Shovel by getting a really solid shovel and comboing it with another one. So we got a really, really good shovel. I wish I had a really good axe. I think I used an axe a little bit more, but it's okay. And then we got an okay sword. Unbreaking 3, Fire Aspect 2, Sharpness 4. Just needs looting, and then it's like in a really good spot, but not bad for all the levels. It actually was a really successful, you know, bit of enchanting. I also had 70 levels to spend, so it was pretty expected that I was going to get some good stuff. Then day 94, I realized, like, I still have no villagers. So I just worked on villager stuff, got some more guys down there, just wanted some more farmers to trade with and all that stuff. I just never let them breed that much. Like, I could just keep snagging them whenever they have one baby. So, you know, my population of villagers isn't super large at the moment. On day 95, I got 2 more farming villagers because, you know, I have some pretty large farms and I'm able to get a good bit of profit that way. And we also got 2 more mending books that I put on my chest piece and my pants because they are always getting experience whenever I do. It's always good to have mending on stuff like that. They also are pretty solid pieces of armor with Unbreaking 3 on each of them and Prot 4 on each of them. All right, we're coming to the final few days, the final stretch. Okay, day 96, I went mining and I found 2 diamonds at the start. I was like, sick, we got 2 diamonds. Mined them with Fortune 3 and only got 2 diamonds. It was pretty stupid. But then my luck turned around almost immediately because then I found 4 more diamonds. I got 13. So, I don't know. That was a pretty good return. Day 97, I finally used one of my favorite items, blocks, whatever, in this entire game. I got lanterns. Made a lot of lanterns and decided to light up my entire area. I kind of went with lanterns on a lot of like the posts of like the farms and stuff like that on the ground every once in a while. And then I also put some torches like underneath some of the leaves on the outside of the path. I think it looks really nice. It actually lights the area up pretty well, and lanterns look far better than torches. So I want the lanterns to be displayed. Torches are a bit more hidden, and I don't want to waste a lantern underneath a leaf because you can't really see it anyway. And lanterns, like, I don't want to say they're cheap to make, but way more expensive than torches, that's for sure. But yeah, finally put like lanterns everywhere. I think the area is looking all pretty now. Our creeper did blow up directly next to me. That sucked. It was right in front of like the villager outpost too. That was pretty annoying, but you know, in the chaos, I just slept in the villager outpost when I still had a gaping hole in the front of it, and you know, fixed that on day 98. Got some more wood at some point, and then I just farmed and traded like the whole rest of the day. On day 99, I decided to make a new field because I wanted to make a carrot field. I had one for potatoes, and then my other farm was wheat and carrots, and I wanted to separate everything. So on day 99, we started plotting out an area for carrots. It's the same exact look, really, as the potato field, like the multi-level one, too. And then on day 100, we are on day 100. We've made it so far. I finished the carrot field and gathered some more wood. And then I figured I would be a little bit extra and throw on some shaders at night and walk around in my area because I thought it would look cool. But you know, this was a really good summary of like this entire video, right? Because the first part of it, it's looking nice, right? The shaders are looking good, the lighting's looking pretty, my buildings are looking nice in the distance. But then a creeper explodes at some point, I get caught on fire by a baby zombie. It's just all going to hell. I don't know what's going on anymore. Then it starts raining. Like, this is a good synopsis, I feel like, of the events that happened in this video. But anyway, those are 100 days in Minecraft. Okay? Let me know if you'd like me to go 200 days. A lot of you guys wanted me to do that in the hardcore world. I might down the line. the thing with hardcore is, like, I don't really like playing hardcore that much because I'm scared all the time to do anything. I'm a little bitch, okay? But on this, if I die, I just have to be upset for a little while. And then we could just continue doing stuff. So I don't know. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Where every step you take is do or die.